Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're building what I'm calling a chocolate orange house in The Sims 1. We're on the lot 51 Ridge Road, which is the empty lot just behind the Walden Estate, so it's kind of right at the top of the map. And the reason I'm calling this a chocolate orange house is because of the colors that we're using. Brown and orange are really going to dominate in every room of the house. I feel like orange is a color that a lot of people don't like. I think of it as a very bright, exciting color, very bold and fun, kind of full of life, but maybe for some people it's a bit overbearing or unpleasant to look at. My initial kind of goal with this house was just to make sure I used as much orange as possible, almost not caring if it was a little bit excessive or the furniture was not really matching. But as I was decorating, I tried to kind of hone down on one theme for the whole house. Like I wanted the house to overall have a kind of consistent look. The exception to that ends up being the bathroom. It ends up not really matching the rest of the house at all. But I thought having a slightly chaotic bathroom kind of livened up the house a little bit. So the layout of the house is fairly straightforward. It's just on one story, there's no upstairs. You've got the front door that leads straight into a living room, and this connects onto the kitchen, which has a back door going out into the backyard. Then next to the kitchen is the dining room, and then the dining room has 3 doors coming off it, one to the bathroom, one to the main bedroom, and one to the second bedroom. The living, kitchen, and dining rooms are all technically one room. I wanted the house to feel quite open on the inside. I think initially I felt a little bit worried about the house being too serious because I started by using a lot of dark wood flooring and paneling in the main living area, and I just felt it was like a little bit too intense. And then part of me wanted to kind of go the other way and make the house extremely bright and maybe use a lot of the build and buy that comes with Live Large or House Party, like bright orange carpet and wallpaper, lots of plushy mushy chairs everywhere. I think as well because initially the living area, kitchen and dining area were fully all just one room, and it wasn't really until I divided them up and gave them their own kind of look and feel that I felt like the house was becoming a bit more balanced somehow. And I also decided it was completely fine to not make absolutely everything brown and orange. So I did start using some lighter wall coverings in a couple of the rooms, like the kitchen and the dining area, because I think it just brought some kind of neutrality or something, like a sense of calm in between the brightness of orange and the darkness of brown. And I kind of did the same in the second bedroom as well. I used the very light colored Berber carpet in there with a darker wall covering instead of the bright orange I had initially thought about using. And then when I was looking at the rooms together, as the house was kind of coming together, it almost made me think of like a box of chocolates, like where you have dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, all kind of arranged in a particular pattern. And it's like the different chocolate types are not necessarily fully separated in the box, like they're not all sitting in groups, they're kind of like intertwined somehow. I feel like the main bedroom ended up having this kind of dark red tone to it that I had not really intended originally. I really wanted to use a bed that had an orange bedspread, but there isn't really one. So I decided that the 4-poster bed with the dark red bedspread would just have to do. But then by the time I'd finished decorating that room, and when I looked at it alongside the other rooms, by the time I'd finished decorating everywhere else, it kind of made me think of like raspberry or maybe cherry or black cherry flavored chocolates. So like this extension of the chocolate box imagery that I had not intended. And yeah, then for the outside of the house, I really wanted to have a fruit orchard where you can pick actual oranges. I mean, you can't really pick the oranges, but it's nice to think that Sims could go out there and pick oranges off their own trees. It would be even better if there was a way to do chocolate making and Sims could flavor the chocolate with different fruits that they've grown in their garden themselves. That sounds like the sort of thing they would make a stuff pack about in The Sims 4, if they haven't already. I think that would be a really fun activity. The cost of this house ended up being 73,807 simoleons, so it's quite pricey for the size of the house. But I think because I used quite a lot of fancier high-end furniture, just fairly expensive objects like the 4-poster bed. There's also a piano and a grandfather clock. But I think it would be fairly straightforward to make the house more affordable for poorer Sims just by deleting or replacing a couple of objects. So there we are, the chocolate orange house. Do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.